All right. So once you lay back, or you get in your comfortable seated position or on your stomach, whatever feels right to you, then you can start to take notice of your breath. So right now we're not forcing anything at all. We are just literally becoming in tune with our breath. And as you become more in tune with your breath, you can begin to lengthen your inhales and exhales. So we're taking our air in and out through the nostrils, and on each inhale, let your belly expand. Let your ribs grow wider. Fill your lungs completely with air to the tip top. You can take a slight pause, maybe take in just a tiny bit more, and then exhale out through the nostrils nice and slow, pushing all of the air out of the lungs. And we're clearing that space, just making room for only new positive energy to enter in with each round. So as you guys continue your rhythmic breath, I am going to just guide us through a little meditation of sorts. And I just want to start with asking you if you came up with any kind of word or intention for this year, 2020. And if what happened in March really shook that intention. Were you still able to focus on that word or that intention? And if you did not set an intention or a word, maybe you can bring one to mind. So my word for the year was light, meaning my spiritual light, the light within me that God created, and bringing that to surface to share with others and to help them find theirs as well. So as you think of this intention or word, breathe deeply. Watch it light up in front of you and pull it into your heart. Allow God to come in and grow that word, that intention, so big that it starts to fill your body and move into your extremities. So bright that you can't hold it in. It's exploding out of you and onto all of those who are close to you. Now imagine the trickle effect that this could have on our world if this happened with each and every one of us. The power of just doing for one what we wish we could do for the whole world. Doing for just one could grow exponentially. So let's focus today on bringing that light in, letting it grow and expand so that it may continue to spread across our class, into our families, across the city, the states, and eventually worldwide. It starts with you, and it's within you already. So let's bring it to the surface and celebrate the possibilities. Live light, spread light, and be the light. So a crazy series of events happened today. I won't share all the details, but huge confirmation of my word and my intention with several things that happened just today. And I want to share, when I opened this book today in my car as I was sitting here about to come into class, the first page that I opened to says, from Matthew 5:14 through 16, "You are the light of the world. Let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven." And with that being said, you guys, go ahead and slowly take it into a seated posture. Nice and slow, no rushing. So we're gonna try to work on really opening our hips in our seated posture today. So check in. So we're Indian style, and if you're tight, y'all learned last week, I'm tight in my hips. Even though I'm a yoga instructor, the hips are tight. All right, so look and see where your knees are in comparison to your hips. So if your knees are higher than your hips, then you could use some extra work on your flexibility. That's me. So one way that we can accomplish this is by sitting a pillow like underneath us, so it forces our legs to open in the front. But if we don't have a pillow, see if you can spread this out. Maybe come forward and press down a little bit. Put some weight on your knees there with your hands open. Good. See, already, like a couple inches drop there. All right, so we're gonna close our eyes. Just lift the shoulders up, back, and down the spine. Straight line of energy from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Let's take about 3 cycles of breath here. Using your Ujjayi breath, also known as victorious breath. Just a few rounds. As we lose contact with our breath, we just need these little reminders to engage it again. And from here, let's just open our eyes. We're gonna hold on to the front of our shins, kind of like cat and cow, but just here in a seated posture. Just round your back, lean into this as much as you can. And then press it forward. Just try to open the chest, look up, open your heart, and round the back one more time. Don't worry about the way it looks. Just worry about the way it feels. Make it feel good. We'll come forward, press the chest, open the neck, look up. Good. So we're gonna just straighten our legs out in front of us, staff pose here. So nice active toes. How's everybody liking this weather? It's like the middle of August and it feels amazing. This is great. All right, so we're gonna take a big breath in, scoop our arms forward and up, and then just take it forward all the way as far as you can. Once you find your max, go ahead, round your back, let your arms go, and fold your chest onto your thighs. So the goal here is the crown of your head is close to the toes. It really isn't about how low you can go, it's actually how long of a spine you can create. Good. From here, you can grab onto your ankles, your calves, or your toes, wherever you can grab, and then gently just start to pull yourself down a little further. Let your head relax. Take a breath in. Fold a little deeper, exhale. One more, breath in, and exhale it out. Good job. We're gonna slowly just undo this posture, roll it back, lift the spine up, and we're gonna open our legs just a little bit here. We're gonna stretch the side of our body. So even if your legs don't open quite as wide as you think they should, it does not matter. Just get them to your, whatever feels comfortable. Don't challenge it too hard. Sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna scoop one arm under and the top one comes over. We're reaching for those toes. Just act like your partner's really pulling you over. If you can, grab onto the toes. And I want you to try to start to work your body underneath this and look up. You can turn your bottom hand down onto the ground to give you a little more traction to twist. Good, pull a little further. Now we're gonna just fold over that leg, just turn your body. Try to square off your hips and lay flat. Lengthen through the spine, and we'll just walk it all the way over to the other leg, and then you're gonna just allow your body to come up. Good job. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Scoop one arm under, top arm reaches over, really tracking towards those toes. Does that feel really good in anybody's side? Anybody feeling the low back? That's where I feel it, and it feels great. Really reach for it. Once you reach for it, see if you can relax. Good. From there, if you can grab onto the toes, go for it. Start to work your body forward so that you can twist and look up. Big breath in. I know when we twist our body, it's hard to breathe. Good, let's fold over that leg, straight spine, crown towards the toes. So it makes it a little harder, I feel like, when the toes are flexed. If you want it to be a little bit easier, then point the toes. Really twist and square off the hips. Relax the head. Grow long through the spine. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Now walk all the way over and up, nice and slow, no rushing. Good, take it right back up. Good job. Take those legs together, and we're gonna grab on the outside of the opposite foot. So take one hand, grab the outside of the foot, lift it up, take it over, and then open. So the back is nice and tall. You gotta really flex to make this work. You'll feel it all the way from the ankle. It's gonna track all the way up to your hip. It's a deep stretch. If you can't grab on, seriously, just hold on to the leggings or even the knee and start propping it up. Eventually, I promise you'll be able to reach a little further and open. It's all about practice. It's never perfect. Always working towards the next goal. Only in competition with ourselves. No judgment. Pass that leg over, sit it down nicely, like you really care for it, right? Self-love. It gets you through life. You better give it some love. Lift it up, take it across, and open your chest. I remember in one of my first yoga classes, I don't know if you guys know the story, but my first yoga class was a disaster. Oh, that's for laughs if anybody ever needs it. Second class, I signed up for teacher training, like that class. So I remember lots of stories about things and these postures. Pass that leg over and sit it down. I remember my instructor saying, you have to give your body love. We put it down so often, but it gets us through life. It's gotten us to this point, and we should be so thankful. Let's sweep our legs back and around behind us. We're gonna come into all fours. Move through some cat and cows, and then some spinal stability. So place your wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's look up, let the belly drop towards the mat. Breath in. Now exhale and round your back just like a scared cat. Look at your belly button. Really come into those shoulders. Now inhale again, let the belly drop, head and tailbone up to the sky, big breath. Exhale, round. So your partner that's next to you should be able to hear your breath. So go ahead and inhale, look up. And exhale it out, round the back. 2 more cycles, breath in, look up. Exhale it out. Don't care about anything. other than your flow on your mat. Inhale, look up. You can even close your eyes. Round the back. Excellent work. Let's come to the center. We're gonna flow here, one breath per move. So inhale, arm forward. The opposite leg's gonna go to the back of the mat, just at hip height. Exhale, set it down. Other side, inhale, extend. Opposite arm and leg, sit it down, exhale. Inhale, really lengthen, set it down. Last side, inhale, and set it down. Beautiful job. So from here, let's curl the toes under, suck your belly button into your spine, big fingers, and we're gonna lift our hips into downward facing dog. So let me walk everybody through perfect alignment. You guys stay there, relax your head. Good. Heels are close to the mat. Hips are tall, and the elbows are scooping in and up to the sky, so it's going inward and upward. Good. From here, we're gonna flow with breath. Drop your knees on an inhale just above the mat. So inhale, now exhale, hips tall. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale it up. Two more, just like that. See how deep you can take this. Really stretch the hips high. And last one, drop down. Inhale. Exhale it up. Beautiful job. Let's float one leg to the sky. Good. We're going to make 3 points of connection. First one, come straight in for the nose to the knee. Squeeze it in. Exhale it right back up. This time we're going to come to the outside elbow. So just drop down, squeeze it in. Now send it back up. Exhale. Now we're going to cross the body. Come to the opposite elbow, nice and tight. Squeeze and lift it up. Now let's just float that leg right back down. Take a cycle of breath in and out. And we'll do the other side. Float the leg up. Breath in and out. Now squeeze it in, knee to nose, nice and tight. Exhale it up. On the outside, make the connection to the elbow. Lift it high, exhale it out. And across the body to that opposite elbow and lift it up. Float that leg down and rest in child's pose. Wide knees, toes touch, hips come rest on the back of your heels. Allow your arms to rest. Forehead is on the mat. Get the chest nice and close to the ground. Synchronize your breath. Nice, long, relaxing breaths to calm our nervous system. Our number one most underutilized tool for relaxation. Breathe it in all through the nostrils and exhale it out as you sink a little closer to your mat. Beautiful. Let's go ahead, track the arms over to one side. We're going to stretch this side body. So once you get your hands over as far as you can rest on the side of your face or your forehead. Now, tippy-toe those fingers away from your body and then really pull back into the stretch. You're going to feel it deep on the side of your armpit. Slowly make your way over to that other side and settle in where it feels good. Walk the hands away, rest on your forehead or side of the face, and pull the body back away from the hands. Excellent work. Come right back to the center. This time we're going to activate our child's pose. So put your knees together. Your elbows come off the mat. Your forehead can still rest there. So we're going to come all the way forward with our weight. We're going to come into a kneeling plank. So your knees are just below your hips. We're going to turn our thumbs to where they're pointing straight up. We're going to do some tricep push-ups here. Your knees can be right on the inside of your shoulder width. So they're almost touching. They can be touching if you want. So we're going to lower down just to the halfway point. So lower down there. Take a breath. And push away. We're only going to do a few, okay? So lower down. Take a breath in and out, and lift up. We got one more. Really scrape the sides of your body. Lower down, take your breath. Good. Now push it back. Child's pose active here. Elbows off. Big breath. Now curl your toes under, right underneath you. Really press back into the toes. Good. Come right back into your kneeling plank. And we're going to work our leg to the front of the mat for lunge. So just take your time. If you have to come out to the outside and then put it in its place, that's totally fine. Let's come on up. Good. Adjust your clothes if you need to. We'll find our balance, our new balance, right? When we come off the ground, it's like, wait, I kind of liked being there. All right. So let your hips track forward into this. Believe it or not, you're actually in splits. You are in splits. Your legs are just propped up. So what we're going to do is plant one arm down here, and we're going to twist into this. Let your toes drop out in the back, and just reach up for the sky. Awesome twisting for the body. A detox, purifying. Good job. Come on the inside of the foot. See if you can take it down to the elbows. First, just lower down. So bend both elbows, maybe come up. Readjust in any way that you need. And if you can come down, go ahead. And if you want to wrap, you can wrap as well. If it's not available to you, I'd rather for you to stay up than to have like one elbow up and one down. And then what you can do from this high up position is start to inch yourself down a little bit each week until you can finally get both elbows on the mat. So breathe through this. Go ahead, take an inhale. Exhale, sink in. Our mind is usually what stops us. We're nice and warm. So take it to your edge. And then you can slowly start to come out of this. So we're going to come up to the palms first. Then we're going to send this leg, kind of start scooting it back and around. Put it in its place there. And we're going to start to work that other one up. So you can step out to the side, grab the ankle, bring it up to the top. Or it can be one awesome fast motion. Either way, it gets there. We get the job done. All right, so let's start to track those hips forward. And then we're gonna come on top of this stretch. Good, y'all are already there. Like, y'all know exactly what to do. I love it. It's really just listening to your body. It kind of tells us what to do, right? Beautiful. See if you can get a little more. And then we'll plant that arm down, get ready for our twist. So get nice and supported, and then you can reach up for the sky. Breathe here. So really reach up. Working stretches. Breath in and out. One more big reach. And then slowly as you exhale, let that arm come down on the inside of the foot. And here's where we're gonna play with this posture. Make sure the back toes are released out so you can lower halfway and then push up. And if you feel like it's okay with your body to let it drop, go for the elbows or go for a wrap. And one side might have been all right, and then this one's like, Be mindful. All right, big breath in. On the exhale, see if you can let go a little more. One more big breath. Exhale it out. Slowly come unwound, come up to the palms, and we'll start to track that leg right back into the kneeling plank. Good. So from here, we'll stay in our kneeling plank and we'll start to work on the core. I want you to take your knee up just a little higher, so you're more like in a single leg, like all fours. Take the other one back behind you. Let's press into the calf muscle while we're here. I mean, we might as well, right? Does anybody get pretty sore in their calf muscles? I wish I did. My husband has great calf muscles. Mine are just straight. That's okay. My mama told me one time, you work with what God gave you. Some things are just never gonna change. They're just not, okay? So you be happy with the parts that will, because you have parts that will change. All right, press into that, and then we're gonna open into a side plank. So just take your hand right under your shoulder, and then start to open your chest, reach for the sky. If anybody's ready to take lift off with the foot, bring it to your hip height. Good, nice balance, you guys. If you fall, it's part of it. Come right back. Meet us where you are. Hold and breathe. Feel free to come into a regular side plank if you'd like, if you're more advanced in this posture. Beautiful. After you inhale, on the exhale, go ahead, float the leg down, start to turn back to the center, and then we're gonna put that other knee down. We're gonna try the other side. So extend back, get your calf stretched out, really work for that. And then we're gonna start to open this into a side plank. So start to turn your body, lift your arm, reach up. And if you want, you can lift your leg up to hip height. Breathe here. If you're shaking, that's good. It means it's working. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, you can let it down. Perfect job. So we're gonna just come straight back into downward facing. Press your heels into the mat, and let's begin to walk our hands and feet together for forward fold. Any forward fold of choice, so you can grab opposite elbows and sway. You can grab behind the calf muscles and pull yourself closer, or you can just let your hands relax on the mat. Take about 2 cycles of deep breaths. Good. So from here, let's plant our hands into the ground. So I want your palms flat. So if they're not flat, walk out a little bit further until you can get them flat. But I want you to be as close to your legs with them flat as you can. So we're gonna float one leg up to hip height. Allow the top body to get really close to that base leg. Fold right over, get your chest close to your knee. in and out. Good. We're going to come up onto the fingertips. Bend your front knee slightly and set the back foot down. Now reach your arms forward. Good. Now come a little bit closer, so straighten the legs and see if you can hinge forward into Warrior 3. Beautiful. Slowly float the leg down and we'll find Warrior 2. So let's open our stance. If we were to draw a line from your heel all the way back, it would intersect the middle of your back foot. Great. Your knee is tracking between toe 2 and 3 when you look down. Just see if you can get in alignment. Good. Excellent work, everybody. Suck it in. Shoulders down. Y'all got it. All right, let's reverse. Back arm touches the inner thigh. Top arm reaches up for the sky. Breath in. And let's exhale it back. Inhale, reach. Exhale it. 2 more times. Really see how far you can reach. Relax. Exhale. And last one, best one. Good. Now let's straighten everything out. Front leg, arms included. Triangle pose. If you need a modification, rest on your shin. If you need intensity, V arms. Hold and breathe. Good job. We're gonna frame the foot here. And this is gonna get a little tricky, okay? You're gonna have to kind of half your stance. We're gonna really go slow because this one's pretty tricky with balance. You're gonna cross over and come to the side of your leg. So you can be up on your fingertips or flat, or you can even be holding onto your shin. Wherever you feel most comfortable and grounded. From here, we're gonna start to float this leg up the side, this hand up the side, and we're gonna see if we can look out to the side. This one really tests the stability. Good, just a little twist. If you fall out, it's okay. Come back to your comfort zone, reset. Excellent work, guys. Let that down. We're gonna step the back foot to the front foot, and we're gonna just trace the fronts of our legs all the way into a standing posture. Good job. How'd y'all do? Good. We're gonna try that other side. So go ahead and come down into a little low lunge here. We're gonna have that other leg that has not been worked. Go ahead, come down. Good. So from here, we're just gonna kind of lift off with the back leg into that standing split. So flat hands on the ground. Let your head relax. Your chest get close to the knee. Breath in and out. Come on up to the fingertips. Bend that front knee slightly. You can set the back leg down for support. Reach out, and when you're ready, hinge it over into your Warrior 3. Good. Hold and breathe. We're going to let this go, and we're going to come into Warrior 2. Good. sink in, check all the points, where your intersection would be, where your knee is in comparison to the toes, shoulders down. Good. Everybody looks fabulous. Let's reverse it. Reach back. Exhale it down, warrior two. Inhale it, reach up. Exhale it down. 2 more cycles just like that. Really go for it. Relax it down. Nice, beautiful flow. Last one. This time, let it go. Straighten your leg, triangle pose. So one hand is grounded, one is reaching for the sky. If you want to fist, if you've got enough flexibility that you can get a fist down, you can go for that. Really reach. Now we're going to drop the hands, frame the foot, kind of shorten your stance here. We're going to come across the leg and over. So you're just coming across the leg and over. You can be up on the fingertips or on the shin or flat. The goal of this posture is a twist. It's going to really challenge your stability. So first get grounded, then find your breath, find a focal point, and begin to try to float that arm up to the side body. Good. Nice little twist here. If you fall out, it's totally fine. Come back. Breath in and out. Let's let that go. Good. Just kick off with the back foot. Come into your forward fold. And we're slowly going to just trace it all the way up. Good, good job. I feel so much better. The low back feels amazing. So we're going to try eagle pose tonight. It's a little fun one. It's challenging. It's got lots of layers and levels, so you can stop anywhere that you want. You don't have to come into full eagle, but it is really fun. All right, the way that we begin is we sink down into a little chair. There's actually lots of ways. This is one way. We're going to take our legs. We're going to get the legs first, and then we'll do the arms. So you're going to just take the leg and cross it over. Settle into your chair. So find something in front of your mat that you can look at. Probably about 6 to 8 feet in front of your mat. And then see if you can take that leg off the ground. See if you can even connect it to the calf muscle. And then see if you can wrap it. Now, once you get wrapped, the trick is to come back to the middle. Try to kind of straighten back out. Then we're going to have our arms right in front of us. We're going to cross it and wrap it. And then we're going to lift the shoulders up, back and down. Good. Settle in and breathe. If you need to uncross and just make the connection on the ground, trust me, this thigh is going to be on fire no matter what. So just make sure to be mindful, arms back. Let's come out of the legs, keep the arms, and we're going to flow with breath, touch down to the thighs. Inhale. Now come up, exhale, squeeze the shoulders back and down. Inhale, touch down. Exhale it up, shoulders back and down. One more time, you've got it. Inhale it. Exhale back and down. Let the arms go and release it out. Shake that out. Good heat, right? Did anybody feel the fire? The little burn going? Good. That's what we want. That's what we like. Make us strong. It's like a byproduct. So my yoga is here, I hope. That's my prayer. Because you can work out all day long. You can lift weights, you can run, but can you slow down? That's my goal. The byproduct is the physical benefits as well. So let's master the part that we all need that's so hard to get, and how beautiful of a spot to come get it. All right, y'all ready to work on that other one? Let's find our chair. Isn't it funny how when we work the big muscles, we get out of breath? That's your body moving into an aerobic state. So when you use the big muscles, it requires more oxygen. So you start breathing heavy and you get in that aerobic state. So the bigger the muscle, the more you get out of breath. We're working all the big ones, right? The booty, the legs, everything's going. All right, let's take a leg over. Touch down first. Find your balance, find your breath, find your focus. Once you have it, see if you want to play with trying to wrap, or if you just want to leave it there. You may just want to leave it there. Get the arms connected and wrapped, so you can be back palm to back palm, or if you've got a little more twist in you, come palm to palm. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. Then look forward, find a focal point, and then you can start to play with the wrap. Good, settle in. Breathe, breathe. And let's let the legs go. Keep the arms, breath in, touch down. Exhale it up and down. Inhale. Come on, let your neighbor hear you. Exhale it out through the nostrils, settle in. Last one, best one. Take it over. Put it back and down. And let's let it go and shake it out. We made it. So all the standing stuff is done. Let's go down for the juicy stretches and restore our body. Find your way any way you'd like. Just take it down, seated posture. We're gonna twist and then we'll take it to the tummy and the back. Good. From here, staff pose. Let's take a second. Drink, adjust, anything you need to do. The rest of you, close your eyes, touch your hands down to your thighs that are still burning, hopefully. Mine are. After you've closed your eyes, I want you to find something on your body that you're thankful for. Some days it's harder to find something than others, but practicing a heart of gratitude, even for your own abilities, is very, very important. Go ahead, open your eyes. We're going to take one knee up and over. So we're going to hug it in pretty tight, and then we're going to connect that opposite elbow to the outside of the knee. Big open fingers. Good. Keep your nose right here at this level. Try not to look up or down. We're twisting all the way to the back. And we're going to look as far over our shoulder and get the most out of this little wash rag rinse as we can. Everything's active. Toes, back, gaze, breath. We're working here. Beautiful. Go ahead, let that go. We're going to come out of this and we're going to do a little reach over. Just reach all the way over. Take it back. Did anybody get a pop? Oh yeah. Free, by the way. Free adjustments at yoga. No, I'm just playing. Take it over and down. Connect that opposite. Big, big fingers. All right, take a breath for me. Keep your nose in the same spot, but look over that shoulder as far as you can. Big breaths. I know when you twist, it gets challenging to breathe, but try to keep breathing. On the exhales, you should be able to twist a little more. Good. Take it back, center. Let it go and see if you might be able to get a few more pops. This way, really reach out and over. Oh, yes. Good. Now come right back. Excellent work. Take those feet around. We're going to be on our belly. Any way you want to get there. I'm going to turn the music up. We're in the last stages of our practice. We've got about 13 to 14 minutes left, so I really want y'all to enjoy this last part. So from here, we're gonna come up on our elbows, nice flat forearms on the mat. See how upright you can be. Really like think cobra. This is kind of a modified cobra here. So we're gonna work through some layers. We're gonna see how flexible you are in your lower back. If you've had low back injuries, you probably need to keep it here, okay? You can relax and come back in as needed too. Squeeze your knees, squeeze your ankles, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Now we're gonna come up to our palms. Slight bend in the elbows, good. So we're upright, gaze up. Now if you can straighten your elbows, walk it back, straighten up, squeeze everything together, lift up. Our fullest cobra pose, and slowly let it go. Just find rest, any posture you'd like. It can be a nothing posture. It could just have your name on it, your favorite one. Breathe and rest. Good job. So we're gonna challenge it tonight. I always try to challenge myself too, guys. So y'all know last week it was pigeon. So bow is a pretty big one for me. I love side bow, but full bow is not my favorite, but we're gonna go for it. Let's reach back. So you're gonna lift your feet off the ground. Can you make connection with your feet? If you can't, do one. Okay, one or both. Squeeze the ankles in together. Begin to lift off and squeeze up. Breath in and out. There'll be a slight rocking motion with breath. Last big breath in. Squeeze, squeeze. And let it go. Oh goodness, yes, that one still challenges me to this day. Relax in any posture you'd like. Oh, she got it. I love it. She was persistent. She got it though. She did. I love it. Hey, you guys, celebrate those wins. Okay, I shared something in my virtual group this week about how we dole down those moments in fear of them possibly not happening. Like you get good news and you want to share it, but you're scared to say it because you're like, well, what if it doesn't happen? Don't play down those exciting moments. Enjoy all of them. If it doesn't happen, your friends are going to be with you, supporting you, even though it didn't happen. They're going to be telling you next time, okay? Don't downplay those. Enjoy them all. All right, so we worked our back. Let's flip over on it. We're just gonna rotate over. And let's just come into legs up the wall. So you're gonna make an L position with your legs. So just lift them right up to the sky and flex your feet. Just like staff pose, but we're just laying on our back. So this particular posture is a lot harder for males than it is females. Just like tricep anything for females is harder than males. It's our anatomy, it's the way that God made us. But I want you to just sit here in this L position. Your arms can be out and open, palms up. We're going to try to get about 30 seconds here. So basically we have cut off the blood supply, the blood flow to the top half of the body. And when we lower our legs down a rush of new flow is going to go through our body. This is amazing for circulation, blood clots. This is just really great for your body in general, great for digestion. So breathe here. Allow your body this time to rest. And we're slowly going to let our legs melt down to the ground. So just nice and slow, take your time. Allow the legs to release all the way down. A little bit of a challenge there at the end, and let it go. Just stay here for a moment. Take about 2 cycles of breath. Really deep inhale. Exhale out through the nostrils. Empty the lungs. Again, inhale through the nostrils all the way out, all the way up. And let it out. Good job. We're going to come into those eagle legs. So we're just going to crisscross our legs. Don't go for the full wrap around the calves just yet. We're just going to stay here with the crisscross. We're going to reach behind the knee. And we're going to start to pull these legs towards our chest. You may feel an activation in the outside hip. If you need some more, I want you to reach down and try to pull the legs apart at the ankles or the toes. And while you're trying to pull the legs apart, bring them in close to your chest. Try to get the hips to lift off of the mat. Really use your bicep muscles to peel the legs apart. Breathe through it. One last big breath in and out. We're going to let go of the legs. Stay crisscrossed though. Open your arms into a T posture. We're going to let these legs drop out. Everybody go towards the parking lot. Just let your legs drop out. Now you can wrap. Get a deeper wrap if you want. Now try to adjust where your shoulders are both on the mat. Maybe look away from the legs. There may still be a tiny bit of space between your shoulder and the mat, and that's perfectly fine. Just make sure you're working your body that direction, trying to get both on the mat. Breathe deep here. See if you can unclench the muscles and really just melt into the posture. Slowly let the legs come unwound and start to push yourself back into the center. We're going to wrap the other direction. Let's start and check in first by just pulling the knees into the chest. This is kind of level 1, check in. If you feel it, stay here. If you feel it enough, stay. If you want more, begin to reach down, peel the legs apart, all while pulling them into the chest. Take a breath in. On the exhale, see if you can pull a little closer. If you lose your breath because of pain, I want you to back off the stretch, re-engage the breath, and check back in. Good. Let go of the legs, open the arms, start to let them fall the other direction, really wrap a little deeper. Go ahead, put both shoulders on the mat, look away from the legs. Breathe in, exhale and relax. Beautiful job, guys. Go ahead, come back to center. We're gonna come into like a half fish pose, not all the way. You can come all the way, I'll show you how. But first, I just want you to take your hands and place them just straight underneath your hip bones. Now, let your legs relax down to the bottom of the mat and try to work your shoulders to where they're underneath you. So kind of work to get them under you. So your hands, your wrists are supporting your hips. And from here, just see if you can melt and get a little bit of decompression in the back. If you're not feeling it enough, I want to encourage you to come bend your elbows, lift your ribs off the mat, and come to the crown of your head. Take a gaze upside down. I do like coming upside down, not in headstand per se. I have vertigo, so I have to be very cautious. But kind of looking at the world from an upside down view. Open your throat. Press your ribs to the sky. And if you prefer being flat and getting that decompression in your back, you can let this go and just rest here. Slowly start to float the body down. Go ahead, take your hands out from underneath you. And now is your chance to complete any final poses that feel good to you. I love to end in a little modified plow. It feels really good to my back. You're welcome to join me, or you can come into happy baby, bridge pose, or wheel. And when you're done, just make your way into corpse pose. Feel free to use your essential oils or a towel to cover your eyes. Begin to relax your body. If you are using essential oils, you can place them on your wrist or your neck. And once you do so, stretch your body fully out on your mat. Allow your ankles to drop open. Just cup your hands over the nostrils. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Allow your shoulders to melt nice and wide into the mat. Palms are open, facing up. And position your body to where you feel fully supported. And then I want you to let go of your breath. Just let it return to a natural state. Allow your muscles to melt, become weightless, and your thoughts to disappear. And I'll bring you guys back in just a couple of minutes. ahead and just open your eyes. Take in all the beautiful nature, the sounds, the smells. Take a deep breath in and out. Slowly bend your knees, plant your feet into the mat. And let's just take our hands to our heart. A moment of self-love and gratitude. We'll slowly just push ourselves over onto our side. One final resting posture. Support yourself with your arm. Perfect opportunity to check in. Notice how your body feels. Stay here for another breath or two, and then you can start to work yourself up into a seated posture when you're ready. No rush. Now that it's getting later in the summer, we get to truly experience it getting dark, which is so awesome. I love this time of year. All right, guys. So legs can be out in front of you or cross-legged, whatever feels good. So I wanted to end class today with a promise from our Father. Exodus 4:12. Now go, I will help you speak and teach you what to say. What a beautiful gift. Let's take prayer hands to our heart. And you can just bow your head tonight, and we'll do something just a little bit different. I want you to just repeat the words, thank you. Thank you to yourself. You can whisper it, you can say it loud. Just soak that in, and you can just take your hands right back down to your sides. Thank y'all so much for a beautiful class. I hope you feel amazing and sleep so well. And I wanted to give y'all some good news. I talked to Roland today, the owner, and he did say we could stay as long as we wanted. So, good news. So Tuesday nights will continue for as long as we can handle it, which I'm super excited. And I would love to get y'all's feedback for when it does get cold, if y'all want to still stick with yoga, and we'll just speed it up a little bit, or we can change and switch gears and we can do something more cardio oriented, or we can lift weights together. Whatever you guys decide, be thinking, and we can play around with it for a couple weeks too until we find that just right combo, because we might do a little bit of everything. So I'm excited for what the future holds, and thank you guys for being here and supporting my dream. I hope that you guys had a great class. I will see you back next Tuesday, same time. And for any of you early birds, I am going to start teaching in Ovilla, 5:45 a.m. on Friday mornings. It'll be outside too, and under the lights, but it's not as beautiful, but close.
Where is it?
Do y'all know where Snow Place Like Home is? So there's a winery across the street called Casera Wine. Then there's Snow Place Like Home, and behind it, they've made a really gorgeous playground for kids. And then they've strung lights all across, and they built one of those Herbalife. Have y'all seen them popping up, the little smoothie shops? So they have like teas and smoothies, and it's all Herbalife, but the Herbalife owner asked if I would come and teach out there, and I said sure. It kind of forces me to get up and get my workout in. It's good too on Friday though, right? Because then you've got your whole day in front of you, and you can go out at night. You don't have to worry about coming home to work out. And it just sets the weekend up really nicely. And if you're anything like me, I work out really, really hard during the week, so Friday is a great day to stretch it all out. All right. I was gonna grab a picture if it's okay. Camille, have you already left? Can I grab a picture really fast? She might not let me. It's okay. And y'all don't have to get super close together because then we might get hate mail.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Hey.